Google just uploaded a video explaining it's going to replace its search engine with generative AI, and I really don't think it's fair that they're allowed to upload a video unaliving themselves to YouTube, and we can't. Where's the fairness in that? Come on.
Well, for those who don't know, they just decided to kill the thing that made them a $1 trillion company because some board members got AI fever. You know, this is what happens when executives chase hype instead of listening to actual users like they really should. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like on the video, hype up the video if you see that, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Rest in peace to the Google search bar. That's right, so for the first time in 25 years, Google is changing its search page and reimagining it with AI. So with this new intelligent search bar, it's pretty much just gonna be run by Google's AI. So essentially you can ask it questions directly from the search bar and ask prompts that you would typically ask from an AI while also still searching. To sum things up, starting next Tuesday, your searches on Google are going to be more centered around AI assistance with AI responses, just a more automated browsing experience. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think Google made the right move?
It's going to be interesting. You know, 25 years of people knowing exactly how to find information, and now they're gambling it on technology that still can't tell you how many R's are in a strawberry. If you don't know about that one, look it up. It's pretty funny. Someone's quarterly earnings presentation is about to become everyone else's problem.
Google is going to be forcing AI slop down your throat, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. On the 19th of May, Google announced they were radically redesigning their search box. And what does that mean? It means that from the 26th of May, 2026, it will be replaced with an AI chatbot. And what does that mean for us normal people? It means that when you ask for local restaurants in your area, when you ask it for a dictionary definition, when you ask Google any sort of question that you've been asking it for the last 25 years, you're going to get an answer and not a choice. And I don't know about you, but I have never used the I'm feeling lucky button, and the AI isn't even that advanced. There are numerous examples of Google's AI being unable to define basic dictionary terms from the dictionary that is built in to Google. And what can you do about it? There's a few things. Use other search engines like DuckDuckGo and show Google that we are not happy about the AI.
Yeah, this is the tech company playbook. You know, take away your choices, call it innovation, and act like they're doing you a favor. They're not asking if you want this, they're just deciding what's good for you. Awesome.
Google just announced a major change to search. Now, instead of 10 blue links, it'll be just AI. Starting this week, if you ask a question or search for something on Google, instead of showing you 10 sites from around the web, it'll show you an expanded AI box and encourage you to converse with its chatbot about your query. If you haven't been a fan of Google's AI mode or AI overviews, this is bad news. Because while you can still scroll down to find regular links, the company is making it much harder to avoid AI search. We've all seen that AI search results can often be incomplete or wrong, and as Google diverts even more traffic away from regular websites, it's going to get harder for those publishers to stay operational and keep generating trustworthy information for the AI to then take. So if this isn't your bag, you do have other options. DuckDuckGo, for instance, lets you turn off AI summaries and filter out AI generated images. You can use DuckDuckGo by adding an extension in Chrome or Firefox, by going into your Chrome settings and changing your default search engine, or by downloading the DuckDuckGo app from an app store. Once you're in the DuckDuckGo app, you can then go to your settings and turn off AI search results as well as hide any AI generated images. Maybe easiest, you can just go to noai.duckduckgo.com for a completely AI-free search.
So instead of clicking the link you actually want, you now have to negotiate with a chatbot that might just make up sources, hallucinate. They're solving a problem that literally nobody had.
Today, Google is making its search engine entirely AI. You will no longer have the experience of just typing in a query and getting a list of blue links to relevant sites. Give me 60 seconds because this one is diabolical. Here is what just changed. Two things, and both of them change how every person on the internet finds information. Number one, the Google results page is no longer a list of websites. It is now an AI-built interface. Google said it themselves. Search will create custom dashboards, trackers, and mini apps right inside the search page. The answers will stay on Google, and you don't have to click out to a website anymore. Number two, Google just launched search agents. AI that actually monitors the internet for you 24 hours a day. You do not search anymore. The AI decides what you should see and sends it to you. The reader stops looking and the AI starts choosing. Now here is the part nobody is saying out loud. For 25 years, you have searched the same way. You typed a question and you got a list of sources. You decided which one to trust. You compared, you clicked, and you formed your own opinion. That skill is what Google trained you in. Google just deleted that ranking system. Now one AI gives you one answer answer. You do not see the sources. You do not compare. You don't even need to verify. You read what is given to you. The most powerful research tools humans built in the last 25 years just became a closed loop. Here's the problem that I have is AI gets things wrong confidently, often, and you will repeat answers that may not be true. Here is what you can do right now. Stop relying on Google as your primary source of attention and information. Build something that you can control, an email list, a Substack, a podcast feed, a paid community. Move 10% of your effort there this week, then 20, then 50. This is insane. 25 years of how the internet worked just ended. The people who saw it coming is about to win. The people who keep waiting will lose.
Yeah, they're putting a middleman between you and information, which is insane, especially if the agent-related search engine that pushes you information is actually also true. I mean, and that middleman hallucinates and has no accountability. You know, this is what happens when surveillance capitalism needs a way to control what you see and push you things and make shareholders a little bit happier, quite a lot happier.
I don't know if you knew this, but Google just killed the internet as we know it, and nobody asked them to, because today at Google I/O, they stood on the stage and announced the biggest upgrade to the search box in over 25 years. They completely reimagined it with AI. That blinking cursor that, trained an entire generation on how to think, gone, replaced by an AI that thinks for you. And that should terrify everyone. So here's what they've done. They have now AI mode, Google's conversational interface that bypasses the traditional list of those rank blue links. It's now the default search experience, not an option, the default. And nearly 7 out of 10 people who search for something on Google now get their answer without ever even clicking a single link. The information superhighway is dead. It's come to a complete stop as we know it. What we helped build has pretty much now just trained some bot to do it. We don't think anymore. We don't click on things. We just sit there and expect the answer to be told to us. Digital trends went from 8.5 million clicks monthly to just 260,000. That's a 97% collapse in web traffic. That's not a dip, that's a wipeout. And here's the thing, the more people use AI, the worse they score on critical thinking tests, man. People are getting dumber. And the effect is strongest in younger people. You get faster and dumber at the same time. Excessive reliance on AI-driven solutions may contribute to cognitive atrophy and shrinking of critical thinking abilities. They're not going to slow down. They're actually flooring it. We traded 25 years of building the most powerful information tool in human history for a chatbot that summarizes other people's work, pays nobody for it, and calls it progress. This isn't the future, friends. This is the age of AI slop, one prompt at a time. Let's talk about it.
Really? An entire generation learned to navigate information over 25 years, to evaluate sources, to think critically, to, about what they click. And they just decided that's too much freedom. That's a little bit too much freedom. They want you dependent on whatever their black box decides to feed you, whatever their massive data centers decide you need to catch up on.
Google just seemed to have decided that they don't want to be the world's most popular search engine anymore. They've now announced a groundbreaking transformation of the Google search bar that we all know and tolerate, basically turning it into another AI search function. They made a full, catchy, upbeat YouTube video trying to explain what this was and why this needed to happen, and I still didn't get it. They want to turn the Google search bar where you type something in and get ranked websites based on relevance or whatever, and they want to turn that into basically a chatbot. Google wants to force you to have a conversation with an AI chatbot in order to get any search results, essentially. Basically, these big tech firms are spending billions and billions of dollars on AI data centers and AI investments and AI tools that not only aren't seeing a return, but are things that people are actively hostile towards, which they should be. Not only do they have a product that can't make money, but they've also got a product that everyone hates, which makes it even harder for it to make money, even though it already doesn't. What they're doing is forcing these AI features into things that people use every day so that people are forced to use them, so that they can then go to the next board meeting and go, look, everyone's using our AI. Isn't that wonderful? Wasn't all that money we spent worthwhile? And in reality, the 1 billion monthly users using Google AI mode are probably people who clicked on it by accident. No, people are not using Google's AI summaries. They're just being forced on us so it looks like we're using them. This entire artificial intelligence industry is a scam. Google, one of the biggest companies in the world, is actively getting ready to destroy one of their most marketable pieces of branding in order to try and keep this scam going. Google is either going to promptly reverse this decision the moment the public backlash gets too severe, just like TikTok had to, or Google is going to watch helpless as huge chunks of their user base flock to other search engines. If this becomes a thing, the only thing I'm going to use it for is asking it how I can change the search engine on my phone. And I don't think I'll ever talk to it again. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that absolutely nobody wants this. Just smug, arrogant tech bros who have spent too much money on AI and now need to make it look worthwhile at the next board meeting. How are you messing it up this badly? You guys are literally Google. Just my opinion, follow for more.
Yeah, they spent billions on AI and now they need to justify it to shareholders. It's rough. You know, really, he's telling the truth. Not a lot of people, if really anyone, is going to want to use this kind of feature going forward. I mean, it's optional, cool, but like when it's force fed to you in every single search, not great. You know, really, really not great. This isn't about making search features better. This is about making their stock presentation look gorgeous. Great video.
Google search is over. Google announced that starting this week, they are going to start prioritizing AI responses in search results versus human written articles and websites. From my understanding, Google wants it to be more like having a conversation with AI when you search something versus just searching for something. So there's going to be this new search box that's AI powered and it can handle like longer sentences and more detailed messages versus just keywords. And instead of getting pages of links back, you are just going to get an AI answer. They've been doing that kind of already with those AI overviews you get when you search something, but eventually you're only going to get the AI overview and you're not going to get all the links below it. And apparently you'll be able to ask follow-up questions in the AI overview to, you know, really enhance the AI conversation. But hold on, it gets even worse. Starting sometime this summer, Google is also going to start incorporating generative AI. Yay! So if you search something, the AI overview might like generate a picture or like a diagram depending on what you searched for. And even worse, they're going to start using AI information agents in the background to sort of monitor all of your activity and send you alerts on stuff. So if you ask the AI to like track tech news for you, it will constantly search the internet for you and just constantly run in the background and then serve you those results when there's new ones. Google has had Google Alerts for a long time, which is very similar in the idea, but this is going to be AI powered and not human coded powered. So basically people are going to start clicking on links less because they're not going to get them, which is going to absolutely decimate any creators or websites that rely on search traffic. Are we tired of AI yet?
We're pretty tired of AI. There's some decent uses when it comes to it, like advancements in the medical field, but for the most part, I feel like it's not too great. You know, they're removing your ability to judge the source because when AI gives you garbage, they don't want you to know where it came from. This is about eliminating accountability and calling it progress.
This is the biggest update to Google in 25 years.
Search box has contained space, but now it's totally reimagined with AI.
It's called the Intelligent Search Box, and here's what you need to know. Search is becoming fully conversational. You can ask long, detailed questions instead of typing keywords. It'll predict what you want and autocomplete as you type. It can understand text, videos, images, and even Chrome tabs. It'll remember context, which means you can just keep asking follow-up questions instead of starting over. It has AI agents that can search the web for you 24/7 and notify you when they find what you need. And this is huge for local businesses. Google can now call businesses, compare options, and help you book services directly. With Google's new intelligent search box, are we turning into those people from Wall-E?
Oh, that's a good example, actually. I'm sure this is going to benefit some people. It's not like it's going to be completely useless, absolutely. But let's be honest, 98% of people are going to absolutely hate this. Local businesses are about to really find out why AI chatbot now decides whether customers can find them or not, which is horrible when you think about it. A lot of people depend on that, especially small businesses with their small websites that now are going to get completely muddied in the water. More than they already might have been. You know, they're handing algorithmic life or death power over small businesses to a system nobody can audit or appeal. It is honestly horrible, super sad. And if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hype the video up if you see that in the bottom. I'll catch you in the next one.